Hey guys, welcome back. So in this lesson we are going to talk about the template hierarchy, which is probably one of the most important concepts to understand whenever it comes to the theme development. I can't stress enough that your theme development journey without understanding template hierarchy is never going to complete, right? So, and it trips a lot of people. It tripped me, certainly, and a lot of times when I was developing custom themes, it really tripped me. Anyway, I hope that after this lesson it will become a bit more clear for you guys. So, and again, when it comes to the template hierarchy, sort of understanding it, there isn't anything better than the visual WordPress hierarchy from the WP Shout people. Amazing people doing a lot of interesting stuff with the WordPress. Unless there is anything out there recently which has come out, because I have been away from WordPress development for quite a while, but I doubt it. And for me, again, it will I'll always come back to this resource. So how WordPress knows which page it needs to load, right? That's where this helps to understand, and that's where we really need to understand this, because once you understand the templates in hierarchy, then all other pieces will start falling into place. Okay, so the way it works is that you have index.php file, which is again catch all sort of a route kind of file, and you can actually build a whole website just by having index.php, css and functions.php file, which is not practical, and I would never recommend doing that. But if you wanted to, you could. Technically you can, right? So just so that you know. Okay, so index.php basically is a sort of a fallback file. If WordPress doesn't know what it can't find, what it's looking for, it will just say, right, okay, well, I can't find anything else, so I'm just going to load the index.php. So let's have a look at the archive.php. It takes care of anything to do with author, category, archive, post type, taxonomy, date, or tag. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that we've got Jane, and we've got John and Sarah. Sarah just got married 2 weeks ago, and she went for a honeymoon, and she's just come back today, and she's been away for 2 weeks, and she's got some loyal users who come to our website and read posts. And Sarah, because she is happy, she wants to display a nice message that she just got married, or some sort of a message. Okay, now all the information related to the authors that we have on our system were powered by archive.php. That's going to become a bit more general, but let's say we have author.php, which is powering all to do with the authors, right? But now when somebody clicks on Sarah's name, we want to display that message, but we don't want to display the same message on any other page. So what we will do, that we could either go ahead and bring in the database ID, so the ID for Sarah's record in the database. We can actually get that ID and create a template, author-Sarah's ID or author-sarah.php. That means now we can display a message in that particular file, and that will be only shown to the people when they click on Sarah, not on Jane and not on John. Okay, same thing happens with the category, same thing happen with the taxonomy, date. If you want to for some reason show a different template for a month or a year or a day, create one. Okay, and then the same thing with the tags, right? You can actually create either a tag or a slug, but if you don't have any of these files and you just have archive.php, right, then what you could do is you can, archive.php will basically handle all these things. Okay. And we will look at the 2019 theme in a bit. Okay. Same thing with the singular.php. So if you have a singular.php but you don't have a page.php file or a single.php file, then singular.php will deal with the requests. But if you have a page.php file basically serves the purpose of, you know, loading the static pages. So for example, if you have a landing page, if you have a contact us page, you have about us page, so these pages are all powered by page.php as long as that is there in the project. Single.php on the other hand deals with any single posts, right? So the single.php basically, if you've got list of posts and somebody click on an individual post, that's where this template will kick in. Okay. Home.php deal with all the posts, right? Home.php, if you have this in your project, right, the list of the posts are displayed on home.php. Photo4.php and search.php, I don't think if I need to explain, they are very much self-explanatory. So the way the hierarchy works, that it works from left to right. The engine will start looking around here. When it can't find anything, it will keep going, it will keep coming, sort of this way, then finally sort of archive and then the index. Same happens down here. Okay, I've already loaded the 2019 theme. I don't want to play around with the Sage as yet. So I've loaded that into my editor. So we will go ahead and have a quick look what sort of files we have in here, and we will quickly debug and see what sort of information we are getting. Okay, so we've got this archive.php file, and if I say hello from archive.php, so that means anything to do with the archive.php. So if I come here, in fact, if I go to the home page, okay, so archive.php, yeah, so that is covered by archive.php, the category, because we don't have a separate category file. We don't have, again, any particular template for the archive, so that's why it's basically so this would be the date, right? Sorry, so we don't have any specific file date.php, that's why the archive is getting loaded. Let's suppose, so let's go back again, date.php, and we go ahead and let's say I create a date.php, and here I'll say I need to be displayed when the user asks for, or not asks for but clicks on. Okay, so theoretically if I were to go ahead and click on this, this will happen. So we already looked into the archive. Let's have a look at another file. So we've got index, oh here, so page. Okay, great. So hello from, so any static page should get powered by the page, right? And if I go, let's see if I have any pages in there. Yeah, the privacy policy. So if I go there, there we go. Okay, it's getting powered by the page.php. Same thing should happen here, and it does. Great. Okay, so let's move on swiftly to single.php. Single.php will kick in as soon as somebody clicks on a single post. So for example, the hello world, and we get the hello from single.php file. Great. Okay. So that was a quick overview of the template, the WordPress hierarchy templating system, how it works, how WordPress know which template to load. Any questions that you have, by all means, leave it in the comment section, and I will try my best to reply. I will see you all guys in the next lesson.